Welcome to Rivet and Roll. I'm Aaron, and today it is just me. Technically, Carmen is in the driveway, totally blown out, and Amanda is inside doing other things. We are getting prepped to go on a cross-country drive all the way out to Arizona, and I'm going to be installing airlift bags to our RAV4. If you didn't see our tow and weighing and all of that with the RAV4 video, we did a whole thing, so I will link that up here for you just to go check that out. But part of that is that we are a little heavy on our hitch, and so that means that we end up sagging a little bit. It's not necessarily the most comfortable ride, and we're gonna try and fix that. So this is the airlift kit that I'm going to be using and installing on the RAV4. This is basically airbags that go inside of your existing spring suspension. This is going to give a little bit more stability and rigidness to your suspension. Again, this does not improve your towing capacity, payload capacity, any of those things, but it gives just a little bit more stability to your existing suspension and support. There are mainly three problems that I'm trying to solve here. One is when we are hitched up, there's a little bit of sag on the back, and that does a couple of things. So one, by fixing that sag, we're going to reduce the wear and tear on our rear suspension and brakes, as well as fix the headlights. If we're driving at night, which we try and avoid as much as we can, because the back is sagging, the headlights are up and not necessarily pointing where we want them to go. So by installing this and leveling out the vehicle, our headlights will be pointed in the right direction. But I'm going to go ahead and install this. Hope it's pretty easy install, but walk you through how this works for me. It's hot. All right, so first task, these are the airbags themselves. These go inside of the spring suspension. So to get them in there, they aren't gonna fit like this. The instructions say, take the little cap off. There's the little cap, can you see that? Maybe you can. And you have to squeeze out the air, get it as small as possible. Eventually they use the word hot dog. They want you to like fold it like a hot dog. Oop. This might be a two-person job. Maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it. There we go. Put the cap back on. Now, you can kind of fold it a little bit, and we're gonna go try and squeeze this up into the spring. Welcome to the most awkward angle ever. All right, but what you can see, I don't know if you actually can see this. There's the spring suspension is up here, and right here there is a hole that this is supposed to slide in. That may be a little bit hopeful. I don't think that's gonna happen at all. This is very hard. All right, two quick tips that I've learned. To get this as tight as possible when you're gonna have the valve off so it's gonna be inflated, is if you start on the end away from the valve and then put your knee on it, you can then continue to get the rest of the air out, flip that valve end down, pop the cover on, and now that's about as small as it's gonna get. Second tip is the instructions, at least for the RAV4, tell you to twist it up in the bottom hole of the spring. That doesn't happen. So I'm going in through the side of the spring to get it that way, and I'm using a pretty blunt tool to help jam it up in there. Don't use something like a screwdriver or scissors or anything sharp. This has a pretty dull end on it. So I'm not piercing the actual airbag or anything. Took me a little bit to figure that out on the first one. I'm hoping the second one goes a little smoother. So I finally got the airbag up in there. Now what it wants me to do is take this little protector, slide it underneath, and then the stem is gonna come down here, but I need to make sure that those are aligned so that I can then take the stem cap off and let it fill up with air. This is not easy. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that in this video, but it's not easy. All right, so the airbag, I gotta flip back around so I can see a little bit better. Okay. There we go. Airbag is in. Valve is coming through the little protector on the bottom. Okay. Next, where'd my instructions go? All right, let's go get the other airbag installed. Ugh. So right now, just jamming. It's in there. It's gonna be a lot of just jamming things in. Ugh. Ooh, so close. So close.
How's it going?
The second one's going much quicker.
Are you recording yourself?
Underneath? It's gotta be underneath to show what I'm doing. Tight quarters down here.
Let me see. Can you see me? Hello?
There we go. Felt a release there. Fell right into place. Love it. All right, next up, the actual airlines. They give you one long coil and they want you to cut it in half. So we're gonna find the middle, and don't use scissors. It's gonna give you a real bad thing. It wants you to use something a little sharper, get a clean cut. So that is gonna be our middle. Something sharp. Perfect. So in our little bag of goodies, there are a couple of clamps. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna slide those onto one of the lines. Why is everything harder than it should be? Back underneath. Hopefully this isn't too bright in your face, but we have the airline here with the clamp on it. Slide this up onto the valve, and then gotta take that clamp, slide it up in there. I think we got it. Clamp is on the stem. And now we're supposed to take this. Let's get the photos. Let's get the photos. All right, I've now routed the airline. Let's come back and zip tie that after we're done. The other side. So now, there's this little connector, this little T, and then there's a Schrader valve in here, which is basically just like your bicycle pump. I'm gonna figure out how to connect that to the back of the vehicle so we have one spot to fill up the airbags. They say you can drill through your bumper. I don't really wanna do that because that's permanent. So I found on my 7-way, see if I can show that to you. On the 7-way connector, there's that bracket. It has 4 screws. I took one of those out, drilled out that hole just a little bit more, and then I can pop that Schrader valve through there. And then I'll put the washers and nuts on there to tighten that up and secure it. I'm gonna be able to run the airline directly off the back of this into the other two using this this T connector. So I'm under here. This is the back of that Schrader valve. These are my 2 airlines coming in. They're gonna go into this T here. And then, let's see if I can show this to you. Right from here, there's just gonna be a little line that connects these 2. Ooh, let me pop it back there for a second. Now I wanna make sure these are the right distance. Give a little bit of slack. Probably cut that about there. And the other one. And we'll cut it about there. Arms are getting tired from being upside down. All right. That, I believe, is it. I'm gonna gotta zip tie a couple of things up to make it cleaner, but I think we're installed. I just inflated it. Now, if you really want to, you should do both a leak test and kind of pressure test the whole thing. I would probably do that off camera. There's not really anything to show there. That took probably 2.5 hours, but doing it all by myself. Little rough. I hit my head on the corner of the tailgate here. Not great, but took a little bit of ingenuity in finding the bright spot for the Schrader valve. But I think it's installed. We'll give updates on our next road trip of how well this is riding, if it's any smoother, if we feel like the drag is a little less. But that is gonna do it. Make sure and hit subscribe to find out where in the world Carmen goes next.